that's even brighter. Caribbean LED lighting. Look on the brighter side.
Caribbean LED Lighting St. Lucia Incorporated, located on the ground floor of the Shoreline Building, Vidbutai, Castries. Visit our showroom or call us at 452-9022 or 452-9021 for all your LED decorative and outdoor lighting solutions. Check out our webpage, www.caribbeanledlighting.com. Vaval Central is on now. Vaval Central and the Caribbean Sound is sponsored by the Carnival Planning and Management Committee, the Carnival Music Management Committee, Criminal Novelties, Live a Little, Harris Paints, the Champions of Color, the Computer Store, Quartz, bringing value home, and Grace Tropical Rhythms Juices.
Get ready, St. Lucia. Lucian Carnival 2025 is on, and this year it's bigger, brighter, and bolder than ever. From Calypso to Soca, Junior Carnival to Juve, and Panorama to Pageantry, every event is bursting with non-stop energy, ecstasy, and vibes. Come catch the rhythm on Carnival Monday and Tuesday with views that only Lucian Carnival can deliver. It's the ultimate summer escape. Feel the vibes, embody the spirit. Lucian Carnival, nothing sweeter than that.
Are you a small business owner looking for dependable IT support? Then look no further. TCS has the solutions to all your IT needs. Our experienced and qualified team of IT professionals has all your IT solutions. We provide wired and wireless networking, point-of-sale solutions, network security, data backup and recovery solutions, desktops and laptops, computer hardware and software, computer accessories, inks, toners, and much more. Don't let IT solutions cripple your operations or your ability to serve your clients. Call us today at 450-4638 or visit us on the ground floor of the American Drywall Building at Vidbutai. The Computer Store, meeting your demands in the IT world.
Oh, I've got this feeling to high-five the sun, dance in the rain, and have my scoop of fun. I'm on my way to flavor my day with something new, and I've got room for you. Let loose and live a little, get close and share a little, give in and taste a little. You'll fall in love with Creamery Novelties. Love life and live a little, get close and share a little, give in and taste a little. You'll fall in love with Creamery Novelties.
Enjoy Creamy Novelties ice cream, distributed by Ferrens Foods. Live a little.
Who's a little man with a lot to offer? He is the Harris Benz man who sells the best for less in so many colors. He is the Harris Benz man for a better pain and a better price. Check the little man for some self-advice. If you're raining inside, outside, you'll be satisfied when you use Harris Benz. If you're raining inside, outside, you'll be satisfied when you use Harris Benz.
Experience Carnival with Quartz Ready Cash. Enter to win $10,000 cash when you take a loan for $3,000 or more. Get the cash to purchase event tickets and costumes. All you need to apply is your ID, payslip, recent job letter, proof of address, and 2 references. No security required. Flexible payment terms, quick approval, and hassle-free. Visit us in-store or apply online at www.quartz.com. Quartz Ready Cash. Ready when you are. Promotion ends June 30th, 2025. Normal criteria and special conditions apply.
Grace Tropical Rhythms, join the rhythm. Distributed in St. Lucia by Acado Limited.
What a final! What a final! What a final! The quarterfinal stage of the Calypso competition is on! Beginning with KPT on Wednesday, June 11th. On Friday, June 13th, Fire One will take the stage. Followed by South Calypso Tent on Saturday, June 14th. With TOT Soccer Village on Wednesday, June 18th. Boy, things are heating up. Kaiso for soul. 8 p.m. at the NCC. Admission $25.
Hey!
This event is licensed by Echo.
Friday July 18th, Darren Sammy Cricket Ground.
All you put your hands in the air if you love sweet soca music.
Color Me Red.
Somebody say sweet soca music. Oh my gosh. This is the thing to change the world. Watch and sing the words with me. Go. When I'm feeling under the weather, you just make me feel sweet. I took cocoa tea using sugar, and together we are complete. Darling, pick me up. Only you alone can put fire back in the soul. Early bird tickets are $135. General admission $150. VIP $500.
Color Me Red. Darren Sammy Cricket Ground.
Yo, I could never let you miss how she name. Miss how she name. Girl, I come in home, I will see you again. Hold me through these nights I'm dreaming.
Color Me Red.
Put up the fire. Bubbling it over. Crazy.
Friday, July 18th, Darren Sammy Cricket Ground.
Color Me Red. It's your cocoa tea,
Color Me Red tickets are available now at Steve's Barbershop, Radio Caribbean International, The Cell, TM Antoine Partners, Red Team members, and FourCirclesTickets.com. Color Me Red, the greatest love.
Good morning, Vaval Central.
And we're back. Let me say good morning, Teddy.
Good morning. After a packed weekend with lots of activities. Soufre was on fire. They had a smashing display with their carnival costumes, showing good quality. Good morning, particularly to Chic, Lisha Antoine. Very good presentation, very impressive indeed. And also the presentation coming from the Wild Bamboo and all the other bands from the Soufre over the bus terminal. Really impressive, showing large crowd to the community coming out to have a blast of a start to the Soufre Carnival. We also looked at the packed action in the tents. There's a number of tents on the weekend, as many as 3, and we'll be going through the music in a while with the interest growing in Calypso, a Calypso season fraught with lots of political commentary and Pekong, Iowa. Interesting, lots of intrigue and drama. We'll go through that in just a bit. But persons are anxious first. They said 8 o'clock is the day, as Iowa. CPMC said we'll send the result. The qualifiers for the semi-finals of Soca, Groovy and Power. Go ahead, Iowa. You have it now?
Right, Bronx and Mata.
That's which one? Which category?
Power Soca. Mm-hmm. Bronx and Mata, Mashup Party, Carlton Roberts, Pace Yourself, The Great, Paint and Powder, Desrel and Jardel, The Car, Ezra the Fun Machine, Miserable. We have Imran Nerdy, Keep Up, Cardo, Freedom, Keisha K, Burn Up the Party, Lolani and Orion, Sorry, Manchus, We Doing What We Want, Mika and Imran Nerdy, I Am Soca, Mongstar, Monsters Out, Ninja Dan and Mighty Sizzler, Tewe Vaval, Neretti. Neretti doing one called, let me see, Runaway, and Orion, Go Hard or Go Home, Cupid and Ricky T, Run, Shemi and the Sidale Aliens, Sire, All in We, Sly, Frost, T-Blacks, featuring Nerdy, We The Vibe. Alright, that's Power Soca.
That's the Power.
Power. And the Groovy, Alpha, Bystander, Blaze, Pure Good Vibes, Carlton Roberts, We Not Leaving, Estee Blazing, Feeling Nice, Ezra the Fun Machine, Dance With Me, Imran Nerdy, Warning, Cardo, All My Time, Kitina, Carnival Calling, Keisha K, Different Energy, Manchus, The Wrong for That. Also, Mata and Bronx, Who Reach, MNR, No Sweeter, MTX, Come Home With Me, Ninja Dan, Juicy Mango, Neretti, Thank God, Orion, Follow You, Cupid and Alpha, Colors, Ricky T and Arthur Ale, Praises, Sedale, Never Me Again, T-Blacks, What Is Mine?
Go them again, I will go both of them.
Alright, Power qualifiers, Bronx and Mata, that's Power. Bronx and Mata, Mashup Party, Carlton Roberts, Pace Yourself, The Great, Paint and Powder, Desrel and Jardel, The Car, Ezra the Fun Machine, Miserable, Imran Nerdy, Keep Up, Cardo, Freedom, Keisha K, Burn Up the Party, Lolani and Orion, Sorry, Manchus, We're Doing What We Want, And Mika and Imran Nerdy, I Am Soca, Monster, Monsters Out, Ninja Dan and Mighty Sizzler, Tewe Vaval, Nereti, Runaway, Orion, Go Hard or Go Home, Cupid and Ricky T, Run, Shemi J and Sidale, Alien, Sire, All in We Sly, Frost, T Blacks featuring Nerdy, We The Vibe. Alright, in the groovy qualifiers, Alpha, Bystander, Blaze, Pure Good Vibe, Carlton Roberts, We Not Leaving, Este Blazing, Feeling Nice, Ezra the Fun Machine, Dance With Me, Imran Nerdy, Warning, Cardo, All My Time, Kitina, Carnival Calling, Kisha K, Different Energy, Manchester, They Wrong For That, Mata and Bronx, Who Reach, MNR No Sweeter, MTX, Come Home With Me, Ninja Dan, Juicy Mango, Nereti, Thank God, Orion, Follow You, Cupid and Alpha, Colors, Rickety and Arthur Ale, Praises, Sedale, Never Me Again, and T Blacks, What Is Mine.
There you have it, Iowa. There you have it, the qualifiers for the Groovy and Power Soca semi-finals that are in just about 2 weeks over at the Cultural Center grounds. Looking forward to that. A keen battle, very open contest in the battle for the places in the final. So they go on 20 each in each subcategory, subgenre. They go on to compete before the judges, and the final 10 in each category will be selected to go on to the big yard over in the finals. Debate, of course, Iowa, interesting discussion, not by the CPMC or any of the authorities, but by lovers of the Carnival Festival, with the excellent production and running of the school segment of the competitions over at the Minderfeller Park, whether we should not consider return to the Minderfeller Park for the main music shows, the Soca, Monarch, Calypso, and so, and of course, the same being said about the fact that it was held there, Jazz was held there, the opening of Jazz. Why couldn't we go to Minderfeller Park? We have our own views on that. Of course, as you said, there's no such word on any reconsideration by the CPMC. The venue is the SAB. For the shows, we would have our own views. Of course, one big factor about moving back to Minderfeller Park, the weather, Iowa. We know the horrors when that rain, we saw it. In fact, only this year, independence celebrations had to be moved hurriedly back to the SAB because we had a relatively rainy week. So persons must remember the horror, the nightmare that the Minderfeller Park can become when it rains. And of course, you couldn't have two setups for production, one at the SAB and one that's just too costly to set up two big stages and two sets of infrastructure. And so the fact that the steel bands can't work, as the panmen have made it cannot work at Marshall because they need to line up. The SAB is convenient. You have the pans as many as 5 mega pan sites with all of the equipment and the racks have to line up along the SAB. There's no such possibility over at Marshall, and of course the surface there, the gate, the width of the gate, all factors. The fact that the pan and possibly the king and queen couldn't be held there, you'd have to set up two separate areas for production and two sets of infrastructure. That's not practical, not cost effective. And so as of now, the CPMC making the point that the SAB is the official venue for all the major national events finals. We're going out, we have the finalists, the semi-finalists in 2 weeks' time. Calypso, we go into some of the songs now. On the show today, we'll be having 3 of the Carnival Queen contestants joining us in just a bit, as is the tradition every Tuesday. As we cover all of the Carnival Queen contestants are in. There are 7 in all. We had 2 last week, 3 this week, and the final week we'll have 2. They, of course, return for a big splash. All 7 of them come on Vaval Central when we're in the big performance area before the actual Queen show. That becomes their last major appearance in public before the show. They then go into the respective camps for intensive preparation. We mentioned in 2 the St. Lucian expert exponent in arts and culture, academic in the research into arts and culture. Anthea Octave is the name of the lecturer, the person who will be presenting the lecture over at the first ever official Carnival lecture that's to be held on the 17th, Tuesday. That's next week. So Anthea Octave, well known for her role here in theatre as an actor, as a producer, going on to study and research extensively, winning wide renown and respect over at St. Augustine in Trinidad, and now heading the Edna Manley College, the prestigious and famous Edna Manley College of Training for Arts and Culture all aspects over in Jamaica. She's done well for herself. She's researched Carnival, and she's back to do a St. Lucian back home to do the first lecture. That will be next Tuesday. Anthea Octave, the chosen lecturer for the first ever Carnival lecture. Lots more on that from the CPMC, I'm sure, to come in the coming days. The winners to Iowa, impressive, comprehensive, winning the secondary school Calypso competition and the convent, the St. Joseph's Convent, heating up the place, Iowa, with the Free Up Friday song. They won the Soca Monarch. Impressive indeed. They were a very good showing for Junior Carnival on the weekend. The whole country showing almost unanimously being impressed with the level of competition, the quality of material, and of course, the quality of the infrastructure and production. Want to commend the authorities for that in the past, as one principal told me, it was relatively shoddy and shabby, just a makeshift slipshod arrangement for the youngsters, but no compromise, no dropping of quality and attention. The first class infrastructure, stage, screens, backstage, dressing rooms, the presentation impressive, so much so, as I say, having some of the advocates, the pundits, to call for a possible rethink of the venue in the Fuller Park for the major shows. We're here, as I said, the Carnival Queen contestants in a bit to join us, as well as the two winners will be here with us from the secondary school, Soca and Calypso. Compre and Convent will be in the house. But first, the music from the weekend, Calypso. Carlton Roberts was one of the persons on show. He, in this one, not political, but lots of political intrigue and piquant on the weekend. Persons, most of the songs pro-government and anti-opposition. Kakal and Moggy going the other way and in fact taking jabs at the opposition and also at the Calypso fans for not being the opposition. All of that will unfold on Vaval Central in a bit. Let's start though relatively mildly with Carlton Roberts, speaking of the level of Calypso, as we continue to go through all the songs on the weekend that had the impact with the crowd. Good morning to Senator. We'll be giving you a run today or tomorrow. Senator deserving that, consistent every year. But let's start with Carlton Roberts.
I come back on Vaval Central.
TOT, good evening. Tumbe. It's wonderful to see everybody here tonight.
Good morning, Vaval Central.
Na, na, na. Songing good. 10 p.m. Betty, darling. Blessings. Yes, I. Let's put some order in the sky soon. While taking some time away from Calypso, living in Toronto, I heard that the word on the street was the art form was dying slow.
Morning, Vaval
The young
Central.
ones needed to breathe, so the veterans had to go. I could not let that level of disrespect hold on to. Cause year after year, song after song, within the pulse of the guys, so something was still so wrong. Yes, artists using sensationalism to try to win crown. I couldn't take again, I had to hurry up and come down. So I come back because Pep gone and leave Kaiso to his son. But for his information, I am Kaiso's champion. I come back because the invader set his sights to the media. So with no more lion hearts, the Kaisos start falling apart. With no one to pave the way to progress, them kids start making a mess. So no more Toronto, I am back to help guide with Calypso. You like it, Betty? Nice. Kaiso? Dibidam, dibidabam, eh. Mami, oh.
Good morning, Vaval Central.
Hello, Mr. Robbie, good evening, sir. Bello, bello. Listen, we had some promising young ones coming up through the ranks, and I thought that finally Kaiso was in good hands. But after the season done, they on TikTok filming pranks. Time next season come round, all of them shooting blanks. But take a walk with me back to Kaiso history. Calypsonians were always the voice of society, highlighting our social issues, addressing the poor man's views. But with this new breed, we'll eat the bread that the devil needs. I come back because her black was sent back to Calypso jail. And if I win the crown this year, for sure I could pay his bill. I come back cause Ashanti tell me things too hectic for him. But in my absence, he fought the battle quite valiantly. I'm not trying to make a mess, but to pave the way to progress. It can go down so someone has to help with Calypso. Yes. Tumbe.
Carlton Roberts and Vaval Central. I come back, Teddy.
Yes, Carlton Roberts is certainly back, and I heard you mention him in the soca competition. He's very much in the fray this season. For those just joining us, as we say on Vaval Central, we are going to be speaking with the Carnival Queen contestants, 3 of them, a little later on the program, as is our want. Of course, Vaval Central, as the name implies, all aspects of Carnival. The big build-up to the Queen Show, still one of the stellar events in the Carnival product. We mentioned in the Calypso Tents the intrigue, the cut and thrust of the Calypso with many of the songs praising the government. Interesting one to come from T.C. Brown, and very interesting the person singing that song, and also even more so the person who wrote that song. Very interesting. We'll have our take on that a little later. A bold and strong statement being made. Kakal and Mogi, as we said, figured that they have to speak and take the government to task and give the opposition and the Calypso public some blows. We'll get a sampling of that a little later, and also a number of the other artists getting the respective responses in the Calypso tent. We have, just before we go to that, we have Robert Rennie, who does a different take on our approach to mathematics, is it?
Yes. Island Math on Vaval Central.
Good evening, COT Village, Soca Village. Hey! Tonight we're talking about Island Math. The numbers never adding up. Hey! Hey! I'm from an island where most things are beautiful. We have lawyers, doctors, them things are plentiful. But I start to question if we brains are function. Cause the math not laughing, we starting to look like fools. St. Jude's and the rational equation for PM spent 5 and 10 million. How we still occupy the stadium 15 years. What a conundrum, yeah. It's best I try from today. Cause them island maths, our problems won't solve, no way. Another thing that added up. Y'all mean to tell me it raining for 5 months straight? The pipe so empty, water gone, you can't bathe. And before the road paved, they come in and misbehave. Pipe fixed to the road, mash up for the whole year. 1 day a week alone you get in water, then you will pay your bill and you wonder inflation raised the price of water. 4 days alone, $500. Yeah. That's my try from today. Cause the island must our problems can solve. No way. The numbers just not adding up. These days to numbers the youth seem to care about is a 6 and 7, all of them lashing out. But they don't understand. Pythagoras is theorem. If 6 plus 7 is 0, boys. 0, man.
Good morning, Vaval Central.
Everybody running for cover. Children, they losing their brother. Aye, aye, aye. Please stop the slaughter. Aye, aye, aye. It's best I cry from today. With the island mass, our problems won't solve. No way. Oh.
Robert and Vaval Central.
Yeah, and we are joined by the 2 winners of the Calypso competitions. The Convent and Compre are here. Who has exams this morning? Convent. What time is the exams? In a while? No, you have time. Tell Miss Oogie she'll be there. Welcome, congrats again. You seen them, Iowa?
Yeah.
Right. We'll get to them in just a bit. The congratulations again, Compre winning the Calypso and Convent the Soca. The 2 teachers, supportive indeed, supporting them this morning. Thanks for being on time. We're going to them in just a bit. The youth and the Carnival Queen contestants are outside. The gentlemen sprucing up when I peeped outside. I did this last minute touches. They want to make a big appearance, the 3 Carnival Queen contestants. But Morgie was there with his take. Morgie on with his shame, he says.
Shame. Morgie on Vaval Central.
The footsteps of my forefathers. When I stand upon that stage, and I know we have our bias, but the Calypsonian shouldn't change course. Our role shouldn't be compromised, cause the people depend on you. Now the guys so ten looking like parliament, guys don't singing for government. That's why I cry shame, shame, shame on you Calypsonians. I feel so shame, I may have to call out your name. I call shame, shame, shame on we Calypsonians. Like you join playing the political game. Shame, shame, shame on you Calypsonians. Cause when other parties are in power, you could highlight all their problems. You claim you are the voice in song, but look, you letting the people down. A shame. Ah. Way, way.
Good morning, Vaval Central.
They abandoned the Millennium Highway. All roads in St. Lucia in disarray. And they refuse to tell us still, what will we gain from this seaport deal? The only massacre must be paid. Asudo Malewe. And like you Calypsonians quiet, is the position you still target. That's why I cry shame, shame, shame on you Calypsonians. I feel so shame, you don't deserve to carry that name. I call shame, shame, shame on you Calypsonians. Like you joined playing that political game.
Good morning, Vaval Central.
Shame, shame on you Calypsonians. When other parties are in power, you will highlight all their problems. Like this one will destroy your country, and you have nothing to say about them. Oh, oh, aha.
Morgie on Vaval Central. Shame, Teddy.
Interesting indeed. Morgie with that one, his commentary on his disappointment with the Calypsonians. He also took a dig in a further verse at the Calypso crowd, the audience, the public, for in our parlance, situating the Calypsonians and not taking on the government and in fact attacking the opposition. That was Morgie's take, saying that they should be more critical of the government. The crowd not quite agreeing, and he did a further one we might get to probably tomorrow, about where he tried to take on the CIPI. A very hostile reaction from the crowd. They really were not approving at all, and in fact he virtually had to abort the performance after early in his rendition. Morgie there doing back-to-back, Shame and then the CIP. Really the vibe, the temperature in the tent quite hot, and certainly showing their views, the audience. One, as he said, one of the songs, Kakal, been very popular. We'll get to that in a bit. Kakal with for Quarry, getting quite a lot of attention on social media, and indeed in the tent. We'll run that in just a bit. But before that, T.C. Brown doing one called, speaking of his choice, politically his choice. And interesting, as many observers were saying on the night, T.C. Brown not known often to do political songs. His writer, Truscott Augustine, known for his absolute independence and currying no favor and holding no brief for anyone. So very interesting, and indeed one must say significant, that between the writer Suku Augustine and also T.C. Brown making a strong statement, just very, very interesting at this point in the season and the Calypso. Suku and T.C. Brown, here's their offering. And the name, Iowa?
My Choice on Vaval Central.
We bouncing with it. My Choice.
Good morning, Vaval Central.
Don't be afraid to bounce, you know. General elections is a clash of party leaders whose main intention is to control the public coffers. Our choice is clear on election day. It's Philip Javier versus Alan Chasney. Depuis bien en toi, il fait assis, il fait au chipé, je ne sais pas lewe. The economy, he revitalized employment and GDP, wages and pensions rise. Now no government is beyond rebuke, but when I take a comprehensive look, without favor or fear, I declare my choice is clear. I'm sticking with Mr. Pierre, cause Alan is no John Compton. He's just a rich man's son, Flambeau put in charge because he cop a large. Pierre come from roots, is that where the government boots? And this teacher mommy taught him to serve with humility. I ain't trying to divide, I ain't taking side, but I'm not afraid to call a spade a spade. My choice is clear.
My choice.
Clear, clear, clear.
My choice.
My choice is clear. I'm sticking with Mr. Pierre. Our Allen.
Our
Okaya Lapen. No surrender, no reverse. We put in people first. My choice is clear.
My choice.
Clear, clear, clear.
My choice.
My choice is clear.
Singing to Mr. Pierre.
I can hear you. My choice. You with me? Whether you
Vaval Central.
bad or ugly, we all need food and water when hungry and thirsty. And when we sick, we crave proper health care. Whether we stick with Chasney up here, once we importing most of what we consuming, we supporting rising cost of living. It's not fair. After all the debts he cleared, you should bear blame for the state of healthcare. Some thought CIP, Roro would rile us up, but that was just a storm in a teacup. Keep working, Mr. Pierre, and stand firm. Your performance will earn you a second too. Where is the dolphin pack? Where is the racetrack? All the pipe dreams and elusive schemes. Here free of ganja, minimum wage deliver, and we looking good deliver St. Jude. I ain't trying to divide, I ain't taking side, but I'm not afraid to call a spade a spade. My choice is clear.
My choice.
Clear, clear, clear.
My choice.
My choice is clear. I'm sticking with Mr. Pierre.
Vaval Central.
No surrender, no reverse. We putting people first. My choice is clear.
My choice.
Clear, clear, clear.
My choice.
My choice is clear. I'm sticking with Mr.
Pierre.
TC Brown.
Brownie and Vaval Central. My choice, Teddy.
And TC Brown getting 2 encores from the crowd for that one. Very popular indeed. The crowd loving it. He's sticking with Mr. Pierre. As he said, bold, strong statement from Suku and TC Brown. With Kakal, as I said, with For Quarry. We get to that in just a bit, asking persons to stay tuned for that, but also for the junior winners of Soca and Calypso in the secondary schools competition. And the Carnival Queens are coming in a few minutes. They're just finishing their preparation outside to come in. 3 Carnival Queen contestants to come in and sing and be part of the singing and enjoy the singing from the youngsters, also to get the interview. Quick, they have exams. Good morning and welcome. Introduce yourself to the public.
Hi, my name is Alex Pinel and I am the Calypso Queen.
Of secondary school. What's your stage name?
Lexi.
Lexi. And the convent boys, the 6 convent girls couldn't get on, but the convent girls had the place hot. What's your name?
Good morning, everybody. My name is Janae Divine Lacourt and my stage name is Lady G.
Lady G.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Well, we get the tune lined up for Compre. We'll ask the convent, how was it for you out there?
It was a very good experience. I first participated in this because I wanted to try something new and get an exposure out there.
What form you in?
I'm in Form 4.
In St. Teresa's, I hope.
No, Blessed Hands.
Disappointing. So we're going, and I told that you changed your song the last minute, kind of close to the competition.
Yes, the song was changed the last minute.
So you had just about a week to learn it.
I had 6 days to learn
What?
it. 6 days.
You came through. Well, I was a writer of Soca. You have a lineup, Iowa?
Just getting it 25.
I sent the track.
No, that's we're going with Convent first.
Convent.
Free.
Lady J.
Convent Lady J, that's the name? Free Up Friday?
Free Up Friday, yeah, we have Free Up Friday with us.
Iowa.
Free Up Friday, ready? Ready.
Free on Friday.
I can't wait to go to town.
Free on Friday.
All my friends and them around. Don't want people tracking we.
Free on Friday.
We go hide by KFC.
On Friday.
While the little money spending.
Free on Friday.
Making videos that trending. So when you see enough children around, it's Free Up Friday all over the town. Whole week only school work on me mind. Staying up late, wake up all the time. Homework self, even more. I have projects due tomorrow. By the time Wednesday come around, my body weak cause I need some fun. Last day of the week not far away. We are looking forward to Friday. I can't wait to go to town. All my friends and them around. Don't want people tracking we. We go hide back KFC. While the little money spending. Making videos that trending. So when you see enough children around, it's Free Up Friday all over the town. Free Up Friday is now a trend. I begging mommy money to spend. Cause when you lime in, you get hungry. You can free up on empty belly. If you with your friends or if you alone. Make sure you're heading an Irish zone. Mary go right up to Grossy Lane. All schools in town cause it's Free Up Friday.
Free Up Friday.
I can't wait to go to town.
Free Up Friday.
All my friends and them around.
Free Up Friday.
Don't want people tracking we.
Free Up Friday.
We go hide by KFC.
Free Up Friday.
While the little money spending.
Free Up Friday.
Making videos that trending. So when you see enough children around, it's Free Up Friday all over the town.
Friday, Daddy. We're Friday.
We're really happy to have Lady J here. We know she has exams. We're happy to pop in. You want to continue soca? Next year, you taking part again?
I think it's something I'm interested in, yes.
So see you on the big stage in a few years?
Yes.
When is the celebration at Convent? Today?
I'm not sure.
The big celebration. Were you how touched were you by this 300 Convent girls there screaming and shouting? How did that affect you?
Well, it was I was very pleased to see Convent out in large numbers. When I came on stage, I saw them and I started to feel comfortable and enjoy myself because I know I had the support.
All right. See, you looking forward to next Friday to Free Up?
Yes.
Just say something to all your fans, your Convent girls, some of them listening.
I really enjoyed your support and thank you for coming to support me on Free Up Friday.
All right.
Yeah.
Just you go get your photos in a while. If Nadine will take your photos with the Vaval Central sign outside. So you ready to sing first? Madam Compre?
Yeah.
The Calypso winner. Well,
ready?
Reminding everyone, the Carnival Queens are in 2 minutes, and then the Kakal and more Calypso coming up in just a bit.
Whoa! Na 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 na. Morning, Vaval Central. How is you? As a schoolgirl walking the streets today, it's a constant battle. The way them good men act is so intolerable. On the way to school each day, they make me so uncomfortable. Good men preying on the young girls is despicable. I don't know what they see in a teenager. Some of them themselves have a teenage daughter. Maybe it's just ego to capture a fresh young bride. But my legs will stay closed. I'll turn up my nose, cause I'm not your size. I am a schoolgirl, please understand I am not a woman. So when I pass, hold yourself to a certain class. Because of my skirt, you feel to flirt. But tell me, Mr. Man, with this one, you sure to end up in police hand. Miss me with your pedophile lyrics. I will not buy into your antics. I left home to go to school, not to mess with you and act a fool. Sotila! Whoa! Morning, Vaval Central. Na 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 na. Oh, mama. Even at my school, grown men there's Jew whenever they see us passing. So not even school grounds can give us security. I saw a father waiting for his daughter, and meanwhile little girls he chatting. Even because he am nice, got out spark an interest in him. His daughter sits next to me in geography. Thank God I never slept over when she invited me, or accepted a ride while waiting for the bus. I felt out of place and that smoke on his face filled me with disgust. I am a schoolgirl, please understand I am not a schoolwoman. So when I pass, hold yourself to a certain glass. Because of my skirt you feel to flirt. But hear me, Mr. Man, with this one you sure to end up in police hand. Miss me with your pedophile lyrics, I will not buy into your antics. I left home to go to school, not to mess with you and act a fool. Me blasta.
Vaval Central and the Caribbean South, Jenny.
Well written and certainly a good topic for schools, a perfect topic for the schools competition. Carlton Roberts writing that one, Iowa, I'm told, and Frost writing the soca, right? Mr. Stewart, Frost and Slack. A good combination writing there. Some person was thinking it sounded like Reality's song, but certainly not. If anything, maybe a deliberate little teasing of it just to make it connect. But no, there's no telling. That's certainly a new and original song, well done by Frost and Slack, and well executed by Lady G. In that, who says she's ready for the soca. You sing Calypso next year too? You want to continue?
Yes,
they both
I
like
do.
the poor guy, both of them. They like the thing. Congrats, and lots of good things to come from you in the future for Convent and Compre. Two top schools there winning the title. You'll become friends, the two of you, as two monarchs. Yeah, nice vibe. We'll take the picture outside in the Dean and the Vaval Central sign. All the best. Thanks for dropping in, and we're really proud of you.
Welcome.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good work, teachers. Good work. We're going through Compre and Convent. As you say, the Carnival Queens coming in now. We'll take a picture too. Then you take one with them and the Carnival Queens contestant outside before they come in. Go ahead. Thank you. We continue Vaval Central. The results you'll hear just after 9 o'clock. You run it twice. You want to hear it again after 9 o'clock. But now we're going with Kakal. Kakal with which one? Iowa?
My Quarry on Vaval Central.
Run it.
Heady truckers. Bomb, bomb. Pull over tongue. It's the year of infrastructure. They try to fool St. Lucia, cause election is round the corner. To build the road and the hospital, they need plenty material. So I came up with a new business proposal. I will buy a quarry to supply all them construction companies. So if you look down in Viewport, there is a deep empty water pot. That is for curry. That is for curry. Take a drive by the wharf. Congestion with them big trucks. That is for curry. What is it? That is for curry. I will take a cheap land banana to put my badge to load up some sand. That is for curry. Let me hear you. That is for curry. For the interest of this nation, to build a solid foundation, you must admit all what you see in is for curry. Whoa, yo, yo, yo. You must admit all what you see is for my quarry. Everybody, let me hear you. Sorry. Let me tell you. That's son, good job. Kakal, why invest in quarry? Check the land registry. I tell you, land disappearing mysteriously. You can survive Calypso. Look now, they label you yellow because their path you choose not to follow. Kakal, that's why you should buy your quarry, because you ain't qualified to the youth economy. St. Lucia have no skilled workers. They brought 300 from India. That is fuckery. That is fuckery. They say they increase security. They cannot pay police properly. That is fuckery. That is fuckery. They want to finish a hospital. The roof will burst your head if you tall. That is fuckery. What is it? That is fuckery. For the interest of this nation, to build a solid foundation, you must admit all what you see in is fuckery. Whoa, yo, yo, yo. You must admit all what you see in is for my quarry. St. Lucia! Calypso is the voice of the people, and you can't silence it.
Kakan on Vaval Central, my quarry.
Khalid Xavier, experienced performer, soca artist, now Calypsonian. Lots of byplay between him and the audience side. What is this thing? Evidently largely pro-government and lots of exchange. The t-shirt, the yellow t-shirt being bandied about, tossed about. And so really quite an atmosphere when Crackle was on, him and the audience having a go at it in the Calypso 10. Khalid Xavier one, which ran viral on social media and doing that in the tents. As you see, political commentary being at the center of the season this year. Not so surprising with the elections due within a matter of months, as it will effectively within the next year or thereabout, the elections. So lots of political commentary. We have more to say on the Calypso later in our program today. Reminding persons before Iowa, before Vaval Central, after Vaval Central on Radio Caribbean, there's the Calypso. There's all evening. There's Iowa plays, some Marine plays, so keep tuned for the Calypsos throughout. We highlight a few on Vaval Central, but there's Calypso and indeed the soca all day. Keep it tuned to Radio Caribbean, the Carnival station. Good morning, ladies. Carnival Queen contestants here. What date is the pageant?
July 5th at the Pavilion on Rodney Bay, 8 p.m. Be there.
Introduce yourselves, starting.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
My name is Kitel Symphorian. I am your Miss Sugar Beach of Viceroy Resort 2025, and I'm so excited to be here on Vaval Central this morning to sprinkle a little bit of that sugar on here.
Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Ziggy Vitalis. Yes, that is my real name. And no, I'm not related to Ziggy Marley. However, I am your Miss Caribbean Galaxy Real Estate Limited 2025. And I'm here to dream it, do it.
Oh, so keep prepared, boy.
Good morning, everyone. I am Hadassah Romulus, Miss Dazzle Magazine, and I'm just excited to be here and have a little bit of good conversation this morning.
Yes. Hadassah, Ziggy, and Kitel, the names were made for stardom, were made for showbiz. These names, no Jacqueline, no Sharon, no
yes, very
no
unique.
Pinky. They're made to stand out. We're starting on the West Coast, Sulphur City, with Kitel, Miss Sugar Beach. How experienced have you been in pageantry?
I did participate in the 2023 Soufre Carnival Queen pageant, and I definitely believe that it propelled me and boosted me in a way that I am now able to step on a national stage, and I am more than ready.
Yeah. How much do you see yourself in an ambassadorial role for Soufre in this pageant? Is it about you and your sponsor, or how much is a concern of promoting and giving more validation to your Soufre?
Soufre is definitely rallying behind me this time around on my national journey. I stepped into this space to be able to uplift and motivate the younger ones in my community of Soufre. Soufre is a community that is pregnant with talent, and sometimes we don't push ourselves, we don't put ourselves out there, and I want to be a role model and an example and show them that no matter where you come from, you can pursue your dreams boldly.
Yeah. What and why would one be proud of Soufre? What reasons would you tell the youngsters there to be proud and embrace this?
I mean, we are the tourism mecca of St. Lucia. That is the number one thing to be proud of, for sure. But we come from humble beginnings. We have a lot of beautiful resources down in the south, and we just need to make the best of that.
Right. As far as your career is concerned, what are you involved in right now?
Currently, I work as a retail attendant at the Sugar Beach of Viceroy Resort. Yes, who happens to be my sponsor. So them being my sponsor has definitely made this experience more enjoyable and more personable for me.
Yeah, I've heard you speak of your love for dance. How do you straddle the two? You work within a resort in the tourism industry, but your passion seems to be with dance. How are you balancing the two?
I am definitely able to balance the two. I was given the opportunity on New Year's Eve last year to actually perform at Sugar Beach on the beach in front of so many guests, and I am beyond grateful for that opportunity. Thank you to the sales and marketing team. I really appreciate that.
But why dance? What does dance do to you, for you?
Dance is it's really my heart's language. It's how I express myself, how I'm able to connect with others who share the same interests and the same passions as me, and how I'm able to share things that I'm not able to sometimes using my words. I can do that through body movement.
Right, you like the expression?
Yes, I do.
So you added the pageant to it. How important was this entry into the pageant? 2 years ago you did Soufre. Why now? Why this pageant?
I truly believe in divine timing, and honestly, I did think I was done with pageantry, but something just told me that this is the year, this is my time to shine, this is my time to uplift and inspire my community and show them that yes, we can do this.
You think you matured in the 2 years in the interlude?
Yes, I have.
And the pageant, what area you see yourself having to work doubly hard at? The area that keeps you awake at night when you think of it, of all the segments?
Of all the segments, I would say probably interview. There's definitely certain techniques that can be used when it comes to an interview to be able to connect not just with the judges, but to the audience and to all the viewers who are watching you. And that is really important to me. And I just want to make sure that I nail it. And I have been working extremely hard on my execution on that.
The public are judging you now. I'm sure they're approving so far of your foray in this interview. And we mentioned the pageant. Career-wise, what do you have in mind? You dance now, you're passionate about it, you work within the industry, tourism industry, but what is your ultimate career goal?
My ultimate goal is to one day own my dance studio. I was not fortunate enough growing up to go to a professional dance school or be taught by somebody in that field. I grew up literally learning to dance bare feet on concrete outside. So I want to take that step and to give back to my community, have a dance studio, and be the one to teach the younger ones who don't have access to it.
Yeah. And in the pageant, beyond this pageant is to prove the point you always wanted to do, or you see yourself going on further to international Miss Universe, Miss World?
I don't think I'm going to stop here, so look out for me, yes.
Yeah. Describe yourself. How would you describe yourself?
I am a very intrinsically motivated individual. I am very determined. When I set my mind on something, I'll be sure to get it done. That's for sure.
Intrinsically motivated. I see Iowa open his eyes. You want to break that down for Iowa?
Basically,
motivated,
I am motivated.
I see you open your eyes wide.
I am motivated from within, not external forces. Everything is from the heart. I lead with the heart. Yes.
As a personality, as a person, what we say are your strengths and your weaknesses?
My personality, I am very bubbly and outgoing, and I think that's something that invites people. I can be a little strong-willed and a little hard-headed sometimes. But I mean, as a queen, you have to be able to stand your ground. So I think that balances out quite well.
And as a person, before we go to Ziggy, how have you felt yourself develop since entering that pageant as a novice 2 years ago? In what ways are you better and stronger?
Okay, so before I answer that, I'm going to have you all imagine this, right? I am from Soufre, so to get to my rehearsals, I have to drive nearly 4 hours, dedicate 4 hours just to driving daily to get myself there. I do it alone. Sometimes I have a little help, but majority of the time, I do it myself. I recently sprained my ankle as well, so having to do rehearsals while having that injury, it has definitely been difficult. But you know what? I've realized how resilient I am. And I've definitely been able to just rise above the occasion and rise to the challenge. And I'm so proud of myself. Yes.
Family very important to you?
Yes, they are behind me. My mom, hi mommy, I know you're watching me right now. She was tuned in from, I think, 7:45 waiting for me to come on.
Right. We get back to you in just a bit. On my phone, they're certainly liking your flow so far. You tell. Ziggy Vitalis. Many interesting your first comments, wondering, asking me whether that's your real name or whether it's stage name. That is your government name?
Yes, it is.
Vitalis.
I've been asked that so many times in my life, but yes, it is.
Yeah. You know, just about 25, 26?
24.
Many would ask, why did it take you so long to enter the national pageant, or have you entered before?
No, it took me very long because of my mindset at the time. I had a lot of crippling fear when it came to just standing in front of a Lucian crowd, as well as just understanding that I didn't need to have people's validation. I feel like as a creative, we really look to be perceived by people and we look for the accolades. So for me, that was something that I suffered with, but this year I decided it's 2020 Thrive, and I definitely wanted to put my best foot out there because nobody's coming to save you, and you're literally supposed to improve as a person. You know, it's either there or there. It's either improve or don't. So this year I wanted to challenge myself.
Yeah, you seem to be very stage centered, always on the stage.
Yes.
In your notes that you're into dance, you also own a troupe, you do promotions, in all aspects of it. Tell us, how involved are you in the creative sphere?
Actually, I just wanted to mention the full circle of even being here, because I did promotion for Vaval Central last year, and again to now be a queen contestant, it's like a full. Yes, I do. Hi, Teddy. But I am definitely involved in the cultural aspect of things because I have Dance with Zig's Dance Agency. It is a registered agency where I source dancers, and I'm also the choreographer for it. I perform. I love to perform. That is my, like Itel said, my second language, or first. And it's specifically something about the stage that really speaks to me. I also like to connect with my ancestors through the stage, through dance, through soca, through even teaching the youth about it. So I'm a cheerleading teacher as well. There's just certain aspects. And again, I helped Sir Arthur Walcott Wolves win this year again for the second time. So it's just in cheerleading. It's just about involving the youth and really ensuring that they preserve the culture. So yeah.
And the Queen Show, as you've been on stage, you've been experienced, but some persons tell you Queen Show is a different story. The National Queen Show is a fierce battleground. What have you discovered? What has been challenging despite your experience on stage?
I've discovered that is true. Again, as a dancer, I've been, I would say, kind of in the background of things because I perform for artists. So recently, last year I performed for Afale. And again, just being in the background, it's a totally different thing than having to use your voice. Because again, I dance and I express myself with movement. But now around this time, I have to speak. So that has been a culture shock. That has been a shock for me, self. So again, this is one of the reasons why I wanted to do the pageant as well, in terms of the public speaking, because I really wanted to improve all aspects for my profession moving forward. I want to be able to teach properly. I want to be able to articulate and ensure that my students understand what is being said, that I'm not too nervous to teach, and that my personality shines through.
The discipline and rigor of the Queen Show has been spoken about. The many don'ts, things that you are forbidden to do during that period. How has that been for you, adjusting to that regime?
Can you repeat that?
The discipline and rigor of the Queen Show, the many things that are spelled out to you that you're not to be involved in, certain things that you must do.
Okay.
As far as the Queen Show is concerned, how has that been?
It has been very bittersweet, but I have understood that I have to sacrifice things for things to move forward. Because again, it is very heartbreaking that I can't perform in terms of Soca Monarch, because that is my second home and that is a stage that I love to perform in and on. But again, what's 1 year? What's 1 year, honestly? It is worth the sacrifice.
There are still the skeptics and the cynics who say that a Queen Show is just a flesh parade of girls parading on stage, and there isn't much flesh substance to it. Your response to them?
My response to them is I disagree totally. I believe that a pageant in itself helps you to find yourself. Well, for me, I will speak on it. It really helped me to really discover who Ziggy is and to continue to bring her out, because again, there were workshops to better to enrich self-development. So again, I learned etiquette, I learned specific things that again you wouldn't normally just learn on the street or in classes, so I do believe it is a once in a lifetime experience that I really feel like people should take the chance at.
Many camps in the Queen Show avoid being predictable, so a number of you in dance, are you keeping them guessing when it comes to your talent? They're going to say, of course you're going to dance, Kitel going to dance, Gigi's going to dance. Any surprises for them, or we'll see you dancing all night?
I will definitely say expect the unexpected. Right. I think, most definitely take a seat at the stage.
Although in the past there have been some girls in the bid to avoid the predictable went to try something else and fell flat. And everybody now says they should have danced, that's their strength, they should have danced. What do you think?
I mean, again, I do think it's really cool to think outside of the box, especially if you want to try out new things. And if, again, maybe it might not even be what they tried, it might have been the nerves on the night. So it's not even necessarily that. Maybe they ate in rehearsals and they really did what they needed to do, and then again the nerves threw them off. But I would say anything you would like to do and anything that you truly believe that can make waves on the pageant stage, go for it.
We're going to Miss Dazzle. A while ago, someone said that they were liking your name. Sounds exotic. Thank you. Give me your full name again.
Hadassah Bonaliza Romulus.
Nice. Tell Trevor for best name, best stage name.
Oh, wow.
Tell the public exactly what you think. So, for how inspired have you been by past queen? What do you think of Shan Lucien and her reign? What has it done to you, for you? What your opinion? Shan Lucien.
I think Shan is so sweet, so kind. She's an amazing and incredible performer. I recently saw her rendition of one of Ezra's songs, I believe it was, and she really performed it and redefined it in a way that I think only a true performer can. So I've really admired her and her reign so far.
Yes. You again very much involved in the arts. What aspect?
I am a writer and an aspiring performer and singer. So I write my own songs, of course, and I've also recently released 2 poetry collections. My second one now available on Amazon, and it's called The Lovers.
Okay. So you see how central you see that to your career thrust, your future career and professional career?
In terms of professionalism and my career, again, I'm a full-round creative. So for me, I've always wanted to make singing my main thing. I want to be on the stage, I want to be on tour, I want to be international, doing all the things. I want to be everywhere in that regard. But writing for me is a bit more of a personal thing, and although I have made it into something that's marketable, that other people can digest and consume, it's more just an expression of self. Both the writing and the singing. But the writing is something that I don't think I would go all the way with, but I do enjoy it in the meantime.
Yeah, and the Queen Show, what made you that final decision to enter and submit that form a few months ago?
Well, in all honesty, I've always wanted to participate in the Queen Show. I've always thought that the young ladies are very strong, very talented. It's something that also appeals to young women as well because, of course, there's the glitz and the glamour. So I was always very interested in it. But for me, I think the final thing that really sealed in the deal was the fact that I've written all these songs. And as a performer, I really wanted an avenue and an outlet to start performing and really get my name and my face out there. So I was like, at the end of the day, whether I get or I don't, at least I know I tried. People saw me and they heard me, and that's what matters.
Yeah. Not many places in the world do you see a glamorous poet. Almost oxymoronic in the thing. Poets are so introverted and so thoughtful and sometimes resentful of pageants and glamour. And so explain how you exist in that delicate balance.
I think, like you said, it is a delicate balance because there are certain aspects of pageantry that over the years I have looked down upon a little bit, I'll be honest. Because to me, it's like, like like you said earlier, is this glamorization, this flesh thing, and it's not really about that. But that was before I actually entered the pageant, and I've realized so much about myself. The situations that you're put into, you find that you have to perform in a certain way and really dig deep, and you find yourself realizing things maybe even from childhood that have prevented you from acting or being a certain way, and having to sort through and work through those things to overcome them to actually be the best version of yourself. So it is a lot deeper than just the flesh.
Yeah. Miss Dazzle is your name, your title for purpose of the pageant.
Yes.
And many persons not aware. Miss Dazzle, they asking me, what is Miss Dazzle about? What's Dazzle what? Dazzle who?
Dazzle Magazine.
Tell them.
Dazzle Magazine is a publication that focuses on showcasing creatives like myself. So that would be writers, singers. They also do Dazzle Music, where we do interviews with the performers where they break down their songs and what it's about. So they really do take the time to showcase and promote St. Lucian creativity.
Who owns that? A foreigner? A ranking man? Who owns that?
The ranking man, the ranking Morgan, in fact.
Right.
He's very great, and I found myself very appreciative because as a creative myself, I don't feel like I could have had a better sponsor. They're very open to listening to my ideas, as am I with theirs. And so I found it's been a very collaborative and a very wholesome effort working with them.
You from, where exactly are you from, born and raised?
I am originally from Lastic Hill.
Right. That is really central Castries hinterland.
Yes,
Really, you're
it
really
is.
Castries girl. So are you, Ziggy? You're a Castries North girl?
Yes, I'm originally from Arundel Hill.
Right, so Castries and
Yes.
West Coast, and you have two Castries in the house. Yeah. So your sense of community, Castries, very much, being discussed now, very much in the thick of things for the challenges, the social ills, but also the progress and the talent there. And tell persons of your community and how you think of it as a wider Castries girl, but particularly your Lastic Hill.
With Lastic Hill in particular, there is a lot that you see, but also a lot that you gain understanding of. People behave in certain ways, but when you look at the things that people are going through, the things that people are experiencing, and the things that they want to be, it's actually very understandable why they do the things they do and they behave in the manners that they do. So for me, I tend to think of it from the perspective of not judging a book by its cover, because a lot of people, even when I speak and I present myself, and then they're like, okay, well, where are you from? And I say, well, I'm from Lastic Hill. They're like, you, Lastic Hill? Like, girl, it could never be. And it's like, no, there's a lot of rich character in people regardless of where they're from. And I think that even on this pageant journey, it's been very important for me to share that, because I think it's time that we stop putting people in certain boxes just because we believe, well, they're from a certain place, they can't do or be something great, because that's really not the case.
Yeah. Well said. Ziggy,
Thank
your
you.
sponsor would not forgive you if you didn't speak of them this morning.
Yes. What specifically, I want to say thank you to them. I really want to say thank you so
Say
much.
who they are.
I miss, Caribbean Galaxy Real Estate Limited. Yes, you made me nervous. But yes, I want to say thank you so much to my sponsor, Caribbean Galaxy Real Estate Limited. They, again, like Hadassah has said, they've been so collaborative, so wholesome, and again, there's so much personality in my team. Special shout out to Mr. Tang, Miss Wendy, Mr. Lester, Mr. Lescan. I love you. Thank you.
Right. And how involved have they gotten in your preparation? Do they collaborate with the chaperone, or do you just keep your distance and pass the money, as they say?
Oh, yes, they have been involved. But again, I believe that they give me a voice as well. Also, my chaperone, I feel like we really collaborate on that. We have a conversation about specific things. So I'm not only getting the help that I need, but I'm getting a say and I'm getting the comfortability that it comes with it as well. So again, shout out to my chaperone, Siobhan James. Thank you so much for the help.
I want you and then Kitel to tell me, young persons, young ladies, the challenges they face. I'm hearing mental health issues, they're deviant, they're seeking employment. Lots of opportunities in there. I'm hearing lots of opportunities for young people, but some are not seizing them, some are struggling. Some progressing, lots of creatives and new ideas. Talk to your young people. What would you say to your generation?
I would actually like to start off with letting people know that I suffered with social anxiety. It, again, was something that came about in COVID time. So again, I'm also a sole proprietor, so I work by myself. One of the cons is that you don't really get to socialize as much depending on what field you're in. And again, when COVID happened, it really took a toll on my social skills, really. How that affected me was, I want to say really crazy, because again, when I came out of things, it was expected for us to just go back to normal. Again, I don't even know how we were able to go back to normal, but we did. And it affected me tremendously. And I think what really pushed me out of my social anxiety is staying around people that have positive aspects, and they encourage you to step out of your comfort zone. So again, my mother is one of them. She has taught me to have confidence in my competence and to continue to just grow no matter what people tell you. Because again, I have also experienced colorism, victimization, and been very ill-treated, but I still continue to propel and I still continue to soar because I believe in myself. So I want to continue to let the youth know that you need to surround yourself with positive people. You need to surround yourself with people that genuinely care about your growth and your being. Because when stuff hits the fan and you get you get in that mindset where you're extremely negative to yourself or you try to self-sabotage, you need someone there that's like, hey, get up. You're amazing.
So I'm hearing you clearly, the company that you choose and keep, very important to keep you on the
Yes.
Kitel seems anxious to add habit to young persons, souffre like the rest of the island. Young persons looking for direction. They now look up to you. Do you realize you become role models?
Yes.
That's another thing, another pressure added to you.
Yes.
I'm sure you saw the glare in the kids' eyes as you went to the school. They see you now. Talk to your young people.
Okay, I would definitely love to touch on the point that you made about stepping outside of your comfort zone. Many times we find ourselves remaining in a box, not stepping outside of our comfort zone. But what we need to realize is when you step outside of your comfort zone, there is growth. With growth, it comes from discomfort. You have to be uncomfortable, even if it's for a little while. Many times we have a lot of pride. We are afraid to do things. And we're also afraid to make the opportunity for ourselves. Sometimes we wait for somebody to come with the platter and hand it to us. No, sometimes you have to go out there and do it for yourself. You cannot wait for somebody to make it happen for you. And I really believe that when we do that, we are able to reach our fullest potential and harness what makes us uniquely special. You said about mentioning my sponsor, so I'm going to say thank you to my amazing team at Sugar Beach, a Viceroy Resort. Thank you to Marsha King and Nyla Gustav of Sales and Marketing and the Human Resource team. You guys have made this experience such an exhilarating one for me, and I couldn't have imagined having a better sponsor.
How much is winning to you? Is it winning at all costs? How important is winning to you, Kitel? Be honest.
I would say the crown is very important to me, because it's been a while since somebody from Sufer has came down with it. So I do have that pressure on me from my community.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yes.
Who was the last person? Candy Nicholas? After Candy, somebody won? Candy was the last 2004.
Yes. So I do have that pressure on me, but my thing is about just making an impact along my journey, even if it's two people that I have uplifted and I have inspired, then I have done my job. Yes.
The final words?
Oh, I want to say thank you again so much to my sponsor, Caribbean Galaxy Real Estate Limited. You make me feel like a star, and I'm I'm really, really honored to have you in my corner. I am intentionally grateful for your support, and again, I love my team. Special thanks to Siobhan James, my chaperone, my stylist, and my mom, Yvonne Vitalis. Hi, mommy. And thank you so much to my team for getting me this far.
Siobhan James, your chaperone, the former digital manager, you brought her out of retirement. She had retired as a chaperone.
Oh no, he's actually the director of Miss Teen St. Lucia.
Oh, guy. Okay.
Yes.
There's a Siobhan James who was a chaperone a few years ago.
Outstanding
for
really?
years. And she had great success.
Well, he's a great success as well.
Okay, well said. And
Right.
good to see the networking between the different pageants that they, in fact, using each other's talents. This collaboration. You know? You're pressured to win that crown?
Me? Yeah. Oh, yes. I mean, again, I have my natural pressure, for sure. But I do, again, want to look at things in a more balanced lens. So I have again a reaction for winning, of course, because again we are going for a crown and all of us are vying for for that specific crown. However, if I don't win, like Kitel said, I definitely want to leave with inspiring people. I want to truly leave my mark, and I want to ensure that people continue to do it afraid, because again, I'm doing it afraid, and I want to inspire the youth out there to continue to get up and do things, because that's the only way you can improve.
Yes, final words, Miss Dazzle. What's the cute first name again?
Hadassah. I'd just like to thank, everybody really, everyone at Dazzle Magazine, from ranking to both Alanas. Did you know we have 2 Alanas at Dazzle? And they're both great.
I know them.
So thank you to everyone at Dazzle for being so supportive, for allowing me to express myself creatively, and for promoting me in that manner. I do have some content coming out for my book, The Lovers, so stay tuned for that. I'd also like to thank my team, from my chaperone, Charlene Marshall. She's been an incredible support so far. And also just everyone who's really supported me ever, from the people I meet on the street who might offer me something or who want to help style me, or the chaperones who give me lectures 24/7. But everybody has been so incredibly supportive, and I'm very, very grateful for that. So thank you to everyone, including the lovely contestants here with me, because we really have formed a bit of a sisterhood throughout the pageant, and it's really been a big support. So thank you again.
Quickly, before we go to some soca music, congratulating all the qualifiers for the semi-finals. Your favorite artist in Lucian and Regional? Go ahead.
Favorite artist? This is no bias because I worked with him, but I definitely want to say Alpha Ale. I feel like he has I love his positivity engulfed in his songs. Yeah.
I'm definitely going to be biased and say Alpha Ale. I mean, he's from Sufra. Come on.
And you? Not a poet, an artist, yeah?
I would also have to say Arthur Ale, because I met him in person and he seems very genuine, very nice. He's very uplifting and positive, and he spreads that message, especially to the youth as well. So, Arthur Ale, big up you.
Shout out to Arthur.
You're running the soca while you inhale, ladies. You're allowed to stand with your phones for a little bit. We're running a young lady who's making an effort called Mika Benti. Mika was in Calypso and Soca this year. She's one of the qualifiers. We want to congratulate her and start running some of the soca music. Iwa, you have Mika?
Nice.
Yeah, I go in everywhere. Yeah, I go in every mass. Every place I go, yeah, I got Vaval Central. Pull up in the first, but I live in last.
and since the Carnival Queen contestants being the final segment on our program, tomorrow is a bumper program again. I will lots of surprises tomorrow morning, but they said they all like Arthur, and Arthur has a song really touching on. I saw Trevor King and have him on Queen Show this year, really speaking of the beauty of women and his absolute love for their grace and their qualities. Run it, Iowa.
This girl precious. Something about the love she exudes contagious. And no one can deny, yeah. God, you are one of a kind, yeah. Your body simply divine, yeah. Don't need no makeup to shine, yeah. Could be the way you look Central. But you're more than that, you're pretty and clever.
Central Caribbean Italy.
Yes, Iowa. The public saying a fantastic show. They really enjoyed the young ladies, the contestants. They're very eloquent. Izai Hall, big up yourself. Izai Hall is a man of language, stuck to it and really impressed. Izai, thanks for your continued monitoring and your comments and outreach. They really have gotten approval of the public. You also sold some tickets this morning. People say they're coming to the show. Morning, Sonia Sifli, Auntie Sonia. Of course, they'll be back for a final appearance in Vaval Central at the end, and so we're looking forward to the final two. The final two are Tatiana and Shana. Right, they'll be on next week. And my mom, Mildred, my mom was here from New York, saying you look pretty, all look very pretty.
Thank you.
She's a hard judge. Iowa, big up yourself.
Thank you very much.
Tomorrow, 8 o'clock.
Thank you very much, Teddy. Thank you very much, contestants. Vaval Central and the Caribbean Sun is sponsored by the Carnival Planning and Management Committee, the Carnival Music Management Committee, Creamery Novelties, Harris Payne, Zakat Pita Store, Quartz Bringing Value Home, and Grace Tropical Rhythms Juices.
I'm feeling for something special, something good.